Everyone, this is Dr. Jill. Welcome to my channel. So today I have a video which will help you decide whether to have children or not, and this is different from the one in which we talk about being child free. So why this video? So this is not to hurt you if you're already a parent, not to mock you if you're trying to conceive, not to depress you, and it's just with my thoughts which can help you decide to have children, or if you already have one, to have another child or not. See, I know that from ancient times we believe that children are God's gift, but it's time that you take the decision in your hands and whether you should get these gifts or not. Right, you can make that decision, isn't it? Everyone doesn't need to be Mother India or Father India. So, for being child free, you can see my previous video. Today, we will talk about, do you qualify in being a parent, or do you deserve to be a parent? Are you ready to be a parent? So, see, children are actually wet clay. Children are like clay which can be molded into anything. So, if you have children, it depends on you how you mold them, how you mold them psychologically, and how they will be for the rest of their lives. Okay, so it all depends on the impression you make on them. And when children suffer from stress in their childhood, it leaves lasting impressions which will it will go on in their lives. So it can lead to lot of problems if the children don't have good experiences in their childhood. It can lead to learning difficulties or language delay. The children may not be as empathetic or as compassionate as a normal person should be. The children may be impulsive. The children may have some personality disorder depending on how the parenting has been. Okay, so before we start, take a deep breath. Okay, right, so everything is all right. Let's start. So there can be many qualifying criteria. We'll talk about all of them. Let's see what I have in store with you. So, is your marriage or relationship good for children? So the first and most important thing is, how is your relationship with your spouse or your partner? If you yourself have tension in between you, the tension is all going to reveal itself to the child. The child is going to be tense, and the child is not going to have a peaceful childhood. And such children, when they grow up, they have so much insecurity in making their own relationships, because they have seen difficulties in their parents' relationships. They are actually afraid to even make a boyfriend, girlfriend, or get married. They're always insecure, and they're very they find it very difficult to open up to anyone or trust anyone. And if some separation or divorce happens between the couple, then the children are like for children, both of them are important. The father and mother both are important, and if you devoid them of one of them, it's just not right. Okay, it makes a great effect. Okay, it affects them. So do consider how is your relationship before you consider having children. And having children is not the solution to save your marriage or save your relationship. It does not help. Unless you are happy, you cannot bring a happy child into the world. Mark these words. Okay, now second one is, do you have a social support to raise children? Okay, so do you have a family? If you have a loving family, they are going to be there to support you. So raising children is not a one man task. Okay, sometimes you will feel lost, that I don't know this there is this situation and what should I do, I don't know. So if you have family or friends to support you, then it's really a privilege. Okay, so otherwise it becomes really difficult. And what about the environment which you have? Suppose you yourself have a dangerous job, or you yourself live in some area where it's not safe, even you don't feel safe, then why do you want to bring a child into the world? Okay, just think about this. And some places are not good for children. Some places may be famous for prostitution, or even some people, some places are not safe for the children. Okay, so you have to think about this. Then do you have enough money or do you have a stable income? Because let's see who is dependent on you. Already you, your partner, then it may be your parents, some relative, and now your children also. And for life, it is, children are not just for some years, at least a minimum of 25 years till they can support themselves, and even later if something goes wrong, isn't it? So just think about this. Do you want to bring a child, if you yourself are poor, do you want the child also to suffer? Just think about this. Do you have enough time to raise children? So this is one of the main problems currently that we are facing. If both the partners are working, then it becomes very difficult to pay attention or give time to the child. Normally they end up having a maid or another caretaker, and the child's mother and father doesn't even know what the child likes or how the child is there anything wrong with the child. So why do you want to bring a child if you do not have time for them, just to feel guilty at the end of the day that I could not give enough time to my child? Okay, that can be very frustrating. Now, do you have the patience to deal with children? See, it's not easy to deal with children. Every child is going to do something wrong. Children are not these happy creatures who will make you happy all the time, okay? You need to be prepared to deal with whatever they do, whatever whatever mess they make. And children will make mess. Children, just if they play, or you have to tidy up everything every day. And some children are particularly difficult. Sometimes they will not listen to you, okay? So be mentally prepared for that. Now, you need to be physically and mentally fit to care for another person. You are going to bring another person who is going to be dependent on you. So think about this, whether you yourself are okay, if you are physically or mentally capable of taking care of yourself. And after that, think that whether you want another person to be taken care of by yourself, okay? Now, there can be some unforeseen situations, okay? Every time, every child may not be a happy child, or something might go wrong, some kind of some kind of diseases or anything. If it comes your way, you should be ready to deal with it, that this can also happen, okay? This can also happen. If the child is born normal, later also the child may get sick, as any one of us can get sick, okay? But that's going to be another thing to be dealt with for you. Now, suppose something happens to you, then do you have a backup plan, that if something happens to me, who will take care of my child? Yes, think about this. This is an important thing. You cannot just suppose you, if your demise comes, who will take care of your child? Think about this before you have a child. So the moment of truth has come. Making a decision to have a child is a very, very important and crucial one, because if anything ever happens to a child, you are going to be the one who will hurt even more than the child. A mother or a father feels the pain even many more times than the child himself or herself. Okay, so be prepared for that. Children are not just a cute face or something to play with. Children are forever. Okay, children are forever. Children is a whole different person. Children are separate, okay? They are not a part of you. They are going to feel things, they are going to feel emotions. So you should be ready to deal with things. And every next child that you have makes it less possible for you to pay enough attention to your previous child. So think about the number of children you have also. So I trust that you will make the right decision for yourself and your child. Thank you and take care.